medicine.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, you,
like it.
you want an orange creamsicle milkshake?
Anyway.
What?
Sheik, Swordsman, Big Mac, Moniker.
Dude, I haven't seen Moniker in a hot minute. He's one of the...
Yeah.
He went to the same college as Tyride.
Yeah, Urbana Champagne.
Yep. He's back for the summer, just like a lot of other people are.
Yes.
Everyone who was sort of playing Swordfighter along when he like basically started the movement has kind of stopped, but he's been still playing Swordfighter consistently.
Yeah, like there's not really any sword fighters out there. Like, this is still somehow like just.
Huh? You want to give me $7? I'm gonna force this down my throat whether or not it kills me. So.
Delicious.
But so Big Mac and his Sheik, he played it a little earlier on stream versus the Yoshi he was playing against.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe this man. Sheik, he's gone back and forth so many times now whether or not he thinks the character's bad or good, he wants to play him or doesn't want to play him. Like, I just don't know what up with.
So I'd say Big Mac's character rotation right now is like mainly Sheik Inkling with like the occasional Roy. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know if it's the occasional Roy. He tri-mains basically.
Yeah.
I think he said that Sheik does pretty well against swordies. So Swordsman, I mean, yeah, Swordsman like says Swordsman in the name, but like this character is kind of a projectile character.
Yeah.
I know he also thinks this character does well against villagers, so who knows? Maybe he thinks this is a decent matchup for Sheik.
Yeah, it's good enough to the point where the villager main in the area has to go wolf. So I mean, definitely, his Sheik is definitely not bad. He was able to take the first stock from Anonymous Moniker. I think a lot of the reason why people have stopped playing Swordfighter for the most part is they kind of figure out that this is sort of like a one-note character.
Yeah.
Likes to stand near the end to just throw tornadoes for the most part. That's pretty much his character.
Definitely not as bad as last game. Nowhere near that bad, but still not amazing. A good character, but you know.
Yeah. Have you ever been so bad you just didn't make it on the tier list?
You just didn't make it.
You weren't even in last. People forgot about you.
That was Mii Swordsman last game.
Hard to swallow, man. But this game, more of a. I would say that Swordfighter is like. He's a niche pick. I would say Swordfighter is like a pocket character you choose alongside of your main to win some matchups.
Right, and like just to, if like, oh well, I got bodied, I'll go this character no one knows anything about.
Yeah. So. But Big Mac seems to know exactly.
Yeah, Big Mac's looking great right now, honestly.
And that's sort of the advantage you can take when you're Sheik, and just if you know exactly what Moniker's looking for and he's trying to zone you out, all you need to do is sort of chase him down and make sure he can't set up shop, and then you just.
Oh, a taunt from Big Mac.
Dude, that was like. Do you think he only did that because he's fighting Moniker?
Yes,
the resident taunter in the area?
10,000%.
Okay, just making sure. If you don't know, Moniker. He's the Chicago taunter.
We would have seen taunt this set if that yeah. Yeah. Even if Big Mac didn't taunt.
Oh yeah. See if Moniker can make the comeback.
Went for the F smash there on the neutral getup. Not a bad read. Like he did get the neutral getup, but was late on that.
Yeah. Another punish coming out from Big Mac. We've seen a lot of it this set. Him being able to take advantage of the situation that Moniker's put himself in. A couple of tough spots this game.
And I do like the Sheik we're seeing right now. Like he's playing really patient, and I like that a lot. Yeah. Like, especially in this matchup.
He knows how to make Moniker throw out like some sort of move that'll whiff, and then immediately drag him off the stage with like fair or something like that. And it's been difficult for Moniker to get back to neutral once he's actually out of neutral to begin with. Right.
The up tilt there.
It's an acquired taste. Trying to get Big Mac off balance just a little bit. We're trying to see like little inklings here and there of Moniker trying to set up what Swordfighter is known for, but he's just not able to get the job done.
No, I really like how Big Mac's playing this matchup. He's playing like pretty patient, but like also extending on like each hit he gets a lot. Like sort of reminiscent of like a Smash 4 Sheik that just sort of like waits for the forward air, then like once they get that forward air, they combo off of it. I like what we're seeing a lot here.
So no real reason for Big Mac to switch, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I mean, yeah, Big Mac has so many characters that like it's not surprising when he switches. But one thing I have noticed with like Big Mac in sets is that usually I feel like when he goes a character to start the set, he will usually end the set with the same character. Like he obviously comes from last game solo maining a character, so I feel like switching between like 3 guys in one set, like that's a lot for him. I mean, sure, like if he has to, he will, but
I'm going to be real with you, though. I think that, and I said this very early on in Ultimate, I think this is a game with so many characters and so many different play styles, where in a game where even like the more unplayed characters and the worst characters are still viable in some way, I like the idea of tri-maining. I really like the idea of having 3 characters.
It's been working. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. The only thing with tri-maining is like you got to make sure that like if one of your characters get counterpicked, like even if it's one of the matchups like you don't prefer, you still have to be like somewhat comfortable in it.
Exactly, and that's where most of the people still struggle when it comes to the game. They know a character they want to learn and get familiar with, but a lot of times they panic and like do a character switch they shouldn't commit to. But Big Mac's been pretty stern on like actually approaching matchups from situations that are advantageous towards him. So I like the way he's been playing Ultimate recently.
No, I do too, and I think it's been like working for him, like as reflected in his results. Like recently, got a second at Ignite. Almost won, but you know,
over Thyroid too. I mean,
over Thyroid.
It's a very good win for someone who was struggling very early on.
It was like a stacked one. Yeah, he beat Raven King that tournament. Beat Panda as well. Like all really good wins.
And it's all because he's getting a lot more comfortable with the character. Big Mac was one of those people who was like unsure whether or not how much he liked Ultimate when it first came out, but I think he's actually starting to get a hang of the game.
I think some things still frustrate him, but like it's for sure he's getting better at least.
Yeah.
Like I don't know whether he likes it or not, but
ooh, dude, caught him with the up smash. That was a beautiful read. Just
these platform stages have been working out like really well for Big Mac just with that up smash. You can like catch landing sort of safely with that. Obviously, it's a really precise hitbox, but yeah.
Anonymous Moniker has been a little bit better at actually baiting out the approaches from Big Mac this game and finding a way to actually apply damage to him. Last game, he was not able to figure out a way to actually get around and get an advantage in neutral, but this time he's being a lot more patient, waiting for Big Mac to commit to something and then grabbing.
Big Mac's kind of had a hard time landing, finds his way to the ground there. Swordfighter, I feel like in general, is really good at covering landings. Just like with that tornado, with those like annoying up airs, you know, has a lot of tools. Things like back air and dash attack as well. Just up tilt, lots of moves that are good at covering landings.
And I do like the way Moniker has changed around his playstyle. He's playing a much more like just aggro Swordfighter in general right now. He's not really trying to set up camp anymore. He's not really trying to zone. Now he's letting Big Mac come in, watching for what option he's committing to, and then either up tilting or grabbing, putting him in the air, and then taking advantage from that situation.
That ledge situation there is like, Mii Swordfighter is really good there. Like Tornado, I was saying this earlier when I was commentating a Moniker set, but like one thing that's so good about Tornado is like other moves you have to like space yourself if you want to hit under ledge, but like with Tornado, like you can be at roll distance, throw a Tornado, and it will still hit under ledge. That's really good.
Trying to trade these up airs, trying to find some damage on Anonymous Moniker, but Anonymous Moniker is built already 70% onto Big Mac. This stock could be over relatively quickly, especially if Big Mac can't get back on the neutral.
I think the Lilat stage pick has been pretty good for Moniker, like because we saw some instances of him sort of like almost camping the slams by with those tornadoes, like with those upward angled chakrams.
Yeah, that's been the story of this match so far, picking his spots, being a lot more careful when he actually decides to throw out projectiles, because for the most part it has been working for him.
Yeah.
Air dodge back on stage, that was a nice down tilt. Trying to take as much advantage of putting Big Mac in the air as humanly possible. One good up air here, seals the deal.
Yeah, one good tornado confirmed.
Big Mac's done a pretty good job at getting around those tornadoes of this whole match.
No jump on Moniker, but actually really smart recovery. That option is like super awkward in general to punish, but like the fact that he busted out, I think then for the first time, really smart.
Gonna get Moniker off stage again. This time he's gonna hit him with the up tilt, and that is going to do it. So
yeah, a taunt to end the game too.
Not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised at all. I feel like Moniker has actually been really good in like scramble situations when they're both like right next to each other, because I feel like he's been finding lots of like down tilts and up tilts in those spots when Big Mac's like jumping or like trying to grab or whatever.
Yeah.
One small thing I noticed.
It's going to be interesting now to see what character Big Mac decides to go. As you can see, Moniker is just as interested as I am. The evil genius himself.
I think he's going to stay with Sheik. I think it's like more so stage dependent, because Lilat is like a pretty awkward stage in general, even without like the tilting from last game.
Moniker looks like he makes potions.
Yeah.
He looks like an alchemist, like from like old-timey like.
I don't think anyone will argue with that.
Yeah, no.
I think that's just like correct.
If he ever played Dungeons and Dragons with me and he wasn't a mage, I'd be extremely disappointed.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm gonna be a warrior, and I'm like,
no, you're not.
No, you're not. Go home. By the way, taunt, immediate taunt. Immediate taunt.
Immediate taunt to like get hit. Like that is okay. Thankfully,
I'm gonna taunt again.
Thankfully, off single hits, Sheik's not gonna do too much damage. So only suffered 4% from that taunt.
That's the story of Sheik's whole career.
I actually really like this stage in the matchup just because, like, I feel like Swordfighter would be a little bit better on smaller stages just because, like, those projectiles, like, would, like, basically take up the whole stage. Like, on bigger stages like Town, I think you can run away from, like, these projectile characters a lot better just because, like, if you're running away from, like, a Young Link arrow, like, you can actually be in a spot where if they shoot the arrow, it won't, like, hit you. You won't have to shield.
Yeah.
As opposed to some stage like Smashville or, like, FD, so, like, a smaller one, that's not the case.
No, he's dead. Wow, that sucks. All right.
If I'm Big Mac, I'm 100% taunting there. Actually surprised. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, not the right move.
No. Not the right move 2 times in a row. Or
maybe an upward angle chakram. Like that's the practical misinput I could see.
Oh
like,
yeah,
you're right.
That was just a projectile fest right there.
I like that play from Moniker right there though, like showing he's still like gonna camp him out even when he does have a deficit.
Nice job getting around that up tilt.
Nice.
That's that one big move Big Man needs to watch out for is Moniker's up tilt. This has been pretty good for him so far.
Oh yeah, it's gotten him a lot of kills, and I think like in other situations, one other like big disadvantage move for Moniker, like especially coming back to stage, has just been that up B on stage. You'll see like Big Mac trying to extend a combo, and then Moniker will just like up B through him. So I think if he like goes out there with a fair, like maybe feints a jump, then like fades back, he could be baiting those out.
I feel like this is a much more slower paced game from both parties.
Yes.
I felt like Big Mac, and the way he was approaching Moniker first game, it worked out because Moniker was trying to space, and then Moniker's second game was more aggro. This time, Big Mac is choosing his opportunities to go in just sort of a lot slower. He's not immediately rushing up to Moniker anymore. He's sort of just waiting out, waiting for Moniker to get comfortable throwing out projectiles, hop over a couple of them, then commit. But at the same time, Moniker is still approaching the situation from being like up tilting every once in a while, doing perfect, doing parries. Both of these two are playing very well right now.
All right, gets the quick taunt right there, but canceled it.
The classic.
The classic.
We call that the Moniker.
Full jab.
Does he play Corn at all anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Like, he played a bit of Mii Swordfighter last game, so I feel like if anyone, like, liked Mii Swordfighter last game, I don't see why they wouldn't, like, full-on main him at this point.
I guess so.
Okay, I guess fair.
Yeah. This time dragging Sheik all the way across the stage.
Yeah, that was a good catch on the approach there with the upward chakram. Seen quite a few of those.
Okay, so Moniker right now doing a very good job at keeping just enough distance so Big Mac can't actually find a kill move. That move never works.
Yeah, you don't think that one's going to kill you.
Wow.
I was going to say Moniker was doing an excellent job of like avoiding like common Sheik kill moves, like in shield to avoid the F tilt, like shielding all the back airs. Actually beat that out, I'm surprised. But yeah, I wouldn't expect a grenade kill.
Oh, good job getting around the tornado, but he just barely got hit by Moniker there at the end of the stage.
And like this is a really good spot for Big Mac. Like he's in the position to like this is where he can seal the game if he does. But also this is where Moniker's going back. So we'll see.
Able to hit him with the down tilt out of shield. It's not going to be too difficult for Moniker to find a kill move in this situation. He just needs to make sure he doesn't take a lot of chips from Big Mac. He can't get carried across the stage anymore. Like no fair, like 4 fairs off the stage.
Oh, I'm surprised that didn't kill. I thought it wasn't the greatest DI from Big Mac, but Town and City, big upward blast zone set.
We'll hit a couple needles.
I think Big Mac really has to be careful jumping around, well, jumping in general, honestly, just because he's been hit by a lot of these chakrams for jumping, like the upward ones. Yeah. And also, when he's near Moniker and jumping, he is going to get, like, he's getting up tilted. He should know, in general, that if he's close to Moniker, Moniker, like, wants to up tilt him.
Ooh, okay.
If I'm Big Mac, honestly, like, I'm charging my needles and trying to get, like, my percent where I can.
What traded there? What move was that?
Down air and F tilt.
Okay.
Like, last hit of down air.
All right. This is exactly where Big Man wants to be, though. Try to get Moniker off stage. Try to go for a bouncing fish. Like that!
Yep. Good trap.
Going deep.
It scares me whenever like someone goes deep off stage because I just feel like they're gonna SD. But
it's so easy to just get like a stupid gift to like fall into the wrong angle of like Swordfighter's.
Right. Yeah. And just like lose your jump.
Oh my god.
Buffer air dodge or something.
Ooh, reverse nair. Let's go.
All right.
Ooh, good needles.
Yeah, he was retreating with that needle, so couldn't really follow up with it, but still got some damage. This is tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's Big Mac so far has been pretty good at finding the kill move with a character who's notoriously bad at finding those, and Moniker's good at pretty. Oh, he gets.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah. And I was gonna say this game's actually pretty even. Moniker laughing hysterically after saying good games. I would be so mad if that happened to me.
Yeah.
Look how smug he is. Look how.
Still, my favorite moment in Smash Ultimate was New Game Plus, when Moniker brought out the Mii Swordfighter when nobody else knew how to play against him, and he sucked Panda's soul out of his body. And then right after the 3-game set, where Panda was able to take like 1 stock off of him, he got off, left, and Moniker just started maniacally